In this lecture, we're going to publish in Amazon Kindle eBook format using KDP. We're going to publish our Not Long After Midnight book that we just formatted. So let's go over to KDP. I'm in the browser, my Chrome browser, and I type kdp.com. I sign in, and I'm automatically signed in. So what I want to do is create a new Kindle ebook. Now we're going to create both a Kindle ebook and a paperback, but I recommend you create the Kindle ebook first. It's more important, and things will be carried over from your Kindle ebook to your paperback. Now, Not Long After Midnight is the name of the book. Now, I should have all of this queued up and ready. There's certain things that I need. I need the title, I need the subtitle, I need the description, I need keywords. So I should have all of this prepared before I start publishing. I'm just jumping in right here. Now, a subtitle is a great place to store keywords. So let's say, and spell your title correctly, Not Long After Midnight. Let's say a horror short story collection. So there we get horror is a keyword and short story is a keyword. That's pretty good to put in there as a subtitle. Now, we always write in a series, right? So we're going to make this a series. This one doesn't happen to be a series. Now, series have actually changed the way that they work. Now you actually build a series page. Now I'm going to throw this into a new series, and I'm going to create, it's a main content of the new series, and I'm going to go to series setup, and here's how you set up a new series now. So I say the name of the series, this is Short Story Collections series. It is ordered, meaning that the books are ordered from 1 through whatever, or it can be unordered. Let's make this unordered. Now, let's make it ordered. That's more traditional. This is what the series image is going to look like, and then I can give the series a description. Now, if I don't give the series a description, it uses the description of the first book in the series. So I'll say, okay, go ahead and do that. And go back to title setup. So we now have this in the short story collection series, and always write in a series. So always use a subtitle. Use that to put in your keywords that you're going to search for, and always write in a series. An edition number, I always like to have one. And the first book, of course, is edition 1. Now, who wrote this? Brian Jackson wrote this. I don't like to put in additional contributors. Don't make it look like this book was written by committee. And then here's where the description goes. So just a single author. This is the book description for my new short story collection. Hope you enjoy it. Now, I think you have to have 20 words or something in your description. Look, you have 4,000 characters to use. Make your description as long as possible and copyright it. Make it a sales presentation. I own the rights. And here's where your keywords come in. So you do your keyword research. Horror short story. Make sure you use all 7. I'm just going to use horror. That's a tough keyword to go after. Go after the long tail keywords. And urban fantasy and short stories and whoa, how did I make it up here? Let's say we want to make this I don't know, fiction. Get your keywords together. Make sure that you got all 7. Now we're going to set our categories. And this is going to be fiction. Do they have short fiction or something? Short stories. So I'm going to click short stories, and I like horror. There we go. And remember, pick categories that you can become a bestseller in. This isn't a children's book. And I am ready to release the book now. So we've just done one page. And there are 3 pages of information that we fill out. So we've got the title and subtitle. We've got this in a series. We've got the author. We've got the description. Hopefully that's long enough. Our 7 keywords, our 2 categories. And we say save and continue. Now we're going to move on to the book content page. And here, I don't like to use digital rights management. It makes it look like the reader's trying to rip you off, and you don't want to say that to them. We're going to upload our manuscript, which is in Documents, and it's not long after midnight. And we formatted the traditional document. So we'll bring that in. Should load pretty quickly. Now when it loads, it's going to go and it's going to process it and stuff like that, and that's going to take a while. But since this document is so short, that should actually happen pretty quickly. So you can see it's saying processing file. Now while it's doing that, you can do other things. So we will upload our cover. And I don't have a cover. So let's go to, we did make a cover, but I don't know where I put it. So I'm just going to go to Covers Brian and pick a cover. Let's pick this guy. This was my very first book cover. Believe it or not, it's a guy working on some power lines. Oh, and its dimensions are so out of skew that it's not even going to work. Okay, let's see. Let's use Dead of Night, which is what these short stories are actually from the collection. And we get that up here. Now, once this gets loaded, then we're going to run the previewer. You have to run the previewer. Notice it says, okay, we are converting your file, so it's going to take a while. So you load previewer. Now, let's see if it fails. It usually does. So it says preparing your files, and I may have to cut this. It may take a while. And it's done converting, and it throws you into the previewer, and it fails. I don't know why it does this. It's a bug. It fails the first time, and then you go into the launch previewer the second time, and it works. I don't know if this is just me or this is going to happen to you too. But if the previewer fails, just launch it again. And now what we want to look for is that everything's right. Look at this. This is beautifully formatted. See, this is a beautiful Kindle read, and that's what you want to give your readers. You want to give them a nice read. Now, what you'll do, as you get later, or if you're just making modifications to the book, you don't have to look at the whole thing. But if it's the first time that you're publishing up early, I'd go through the whole thing and make sure that there isn't a line that goes out into space or something. Make sure that everything is correct with your book. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole thing because it's taking too long. When you're done, go back to book details. And we've now uploaded our manuscript, our book cover. We've turned off DRM. We've previewed. We don't have an ISBN. And I always like to put a fancy publication name. IIB Publishing LLC. It's a fictional company that I use to make it sound like somebody important is publishing this book. And then I say save and continue. And here's the final page. By the way, you can go back and forth between these pages anytime you want. If I click on Kindle eBook details, I go back there. If I modify anything on book content, I got to preview again before I can get out of that page. And then finally, I'm here. I want to be in KDP Select. I have all territories. I'm going to get 70% because I'm charging $2.99, the sweet spot for my book. And because I'm in the Kindle Select program, the KDP Select program, lending is forced on. And I am actually going to publish this book because I want to show you what it does next. I'll unpublish it quickly and hopefully it'll fail review. But I'm going to say publish. And everything's been done, so it should accept it. And now it says, publish your paperback. And we will cover paperback publishing, which goes much faster and is much easier, in the next lecture.